Hey everyone, did you ever wonder where honey actually comes from? Before I started keeping bees, I didn't really know very much at all. I knew that bees had something to do with honey, but this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about the process it takes for the bees to actually create honey, and then what it takes for humans to actually get that honey and take it from the bees so that we can consume it. So thanks for coming along on this journey. I hope that you find this enjoyable, and we will get busy. So wildflowers grow out in the distance. You might be able to see some. We have some weeds that flower. We have cactus that flower. We have clover that flowers. In fact, I can show you some good footage of the clover where the bees actually really enjoy getting nectar from the clover. So bees collect nectar, they collect pollen. Sometimes they take that pollen and it sticks to their legs and they go visit other flowers, and that helps pollinate all the flowers and lets the fruit grow from the apple trees and such. We've got a lot of that around here. The bees go and collect that nectar, and then they bring it back into the hive where they put it in the cells in the honeycomb, and then they fill that up, and it takes a whole lot of trips to flowers to collect enough nectar to fill up one cell of honey. And then once that cell is full, the bees will let it sit and dry out. They want to get the moisture content down. Once the moisture content's down in the nectar, then it's become honey, and the bees will actually cap the cell over. They'll create wax, and they'll put the wax over that cell so that it's stored for future use, and it won't continue to dry out after that. So I hope that you find this enjoyable. I'm going to show you some images of what it takes for the bees to get it made into honey, and then what it takes for us to turn it into honey that we can eat out of jars. Mess with them. Aren't they pretty? So these are some of the wildflowers that we have planted in hopes of giving the bees things to eat and to feed on. And I've seen a lot of activity. In fact, I can see some bees in there right now finding different things, along with, there's a dragonfly back there. One thing I've learned since I've started beekeeping is that dragonflies eat bees, which is kind of sad, but that's life, I guess. Oh, there's a girl. Oh, of course, she's a little camera shy. There you go. Oh, there's an unusual one in amongst the weeds. Oh, look at these up here. So this is a great example here of how the bees will put nectar in these little spots. So you can see nectar and honey where they're in the process of capping over the cells. These are all capped over honey cells. These are cells in the process of being capped over. And this is nectar inside that cell. Okay. No, I'm trying to be nice to you guys. Ooh, this might be a full frame of honey. Sure feels heavy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, actually that's a full frame ready for harvesting. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take a feather. We're going to try and brush these bees off so that I can put this in a box with very few bees with it. Then I'll replace this frame with another one that's been okay, we're getting close. Of course, they keep flying back onto it. Okay. I'm going to put it there for now. And I'll get an extra one from here to put in there. Now I can put this one, again, try and get rid of all the bees. Let's put that in there, cover it up so less bees will find it. All right, folks, so I bring the box in the garage here, ready to take it in the house, but before I do that, I really want to make sure that I'm not taking any bees into the house, so we'll unbox it. We'll pull this out, we'll do it, oh, there's one. So we're going to brush her off. Have a look to see if any others snuck in there. Oh, it actually looks like it's clear. So, look at this, just beautifully capped honey. There's the other side. That is really going to be delicious honey. And it's very heavy. I'm guessing this weighs about 8 to 10 pounds right here. So I should get about, well, there's about 1.5 pounds in a pint jar of honey. So if this is 9 pounds, I should get 4 jars of honey out of this frame. That's excellent. So, come on inside and see what I do with it next. So this is called the uncapping bin. What this does, this allows me to take all the wax cappings off, but I don't lose the honey that will drip off with it because it all falls into this bin here, and this bin has a spigot on it that I can use to gain access to the honey that's in there. Kind of neat, huh? Okay, once we've done this, we're going to take it over to the spinner where it's going to be a little bit out of balance, but we're going to go for it anyway. I'll turn it that way so that the honey that was starting to drip off won't. And what this machine does is just spin around, and it forces all the honey to be thrown up against the wall because of the force. All right. Now what I'm going to do is tilt this up so that all the honey runs towards that valve. And I'm going to put the bucket underneath that valve to collect all of the honey that will fall out of there. Now right now, because I uncapped it, there's little bits and pieces of wax that are in that honey. So now we just want to run it through a screen that's just got little bitty holes in it. That way the honey and the pollen pieces will go through the screen, but the wax pieces, and if there's any little, like a bee leg or something in there, that will also not go through the screen. And that way the honey looks crystal clear and it's beautiful to eat. As you can see here, this is a lot of the wax that has been trapped by the screen. The screen itself sits on top of the bucket. You can see the honey just drips through. So let's see if we've got any honey coming out yet. Might still be dripping down the sides. Oh, I see some that's about to start dripping out. Now we're going to let this sit for a couple of hours to try and get all that honey out. In fact, I may tilt this even more so that the honey has every chance of coming out. Isn't that beautiful honey? You can see some little chunks of wax that come out with it. That's the wax that's going to get stuck on this side of the screen, while the tasty honey with the little bits of pollen that are in there will go through. That's what makes it so yummy and tasty for all of us.
Hey everyone. So, the final step. I've actually still got honey straining through the strainer up top, but we're starting to fill some jars. That is delightful. Gotta get a better system.
And there you have it, folks. This is how we get honey into the jars all the way from the flowers. We couldn't do it without the help of bees. Thanks for watching. Adrian has bees.